You know, topping out ceremonies have a great tradition in construction, and for me, actually, when I was young, in summers, I worked a lot of construction, so I have a personal feeling for the folks who do that work and the hard work that it represents.
Its origins stem from the tradition of house and barn raising, when a community would come together and the timber frame of the house or the barn would be completed.
This is a landmark project, a marquee project in any structural engineer's portfolio. And this is really one that you'll remember for your entire life.
I see this topping out ceremony as recognition for all that's been achieved and the light at the end of the tunnel for when the facility will finally open.
So the topping out significance, it's literally the framework on which everything else has been built. You know, there's been years of planning, development, and teamwork that's gotten the project to this point.
It marks the transition from construction types. We're going from steel to now concrete deck pours.
You know, our 40 to 50 people on site are releasing work to thousands of people that are going to come after us to build the project.
Reaching this topping out process, it symbolizes how far we've come as a community, as a healthcare center over so many years. And now we are on the cusp. We are nearing the point where we will have the facility to match the care that's been provided.
It's a celebration for that communal effort.
You know, it signifies that everybody's going home safe.
Seeing this project right off the 101 freeway really amplifies its significance to the community. Everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to know this is where the Providence Hospital is that they should be going to.
This is not only a hospital for the community, but it's a hospital for my family and friends. And I sort of feel that way with this community. We're all a big sort of family.
It's really special when I'm driving by with my sons to tell them, hey, your daddy was a structural engineer for this project.
You know, the work that we're doing here, this is not a new campus, but it's really bringing state-of-the-art technology into this area of the valley.
And provide a closer location for a lot of folks who are driving downtown to get the things that we're going to be able to offer at this particular hospital. It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to the people that live there.
When I was 7 years old, I was stitched up right down the hallway. And to come back here, taking care of the community like they took care of me, and now to become the director and be able to watch this project all the way to the completion is just incredible.
It represents an opportunity to establish the finest hospital in the San Fernando Valley.
When I drive by this project with my daughters, they sort of joke, oh, there's your baby's growing, because they see the steel come up and now it's real.
Well, what this hospital is going to become is a sanctuary and a beacon for hope for the San Fernando Valley.
And knowing that I played a small part in bringing this project to life is really humbling.
We are thankful to all those who have made this process a reality.
Thank you again for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone.
Thanks to all the leadership and all our caregivers.
And congratulations on the milestone of the topping out.
It's been a great thing to be part of.
Great job, well done.
I want to thank our Southern California Providence leadership, of course, our Cedars-Sinai partners, and finally, the community.
Good afternoon. My name is Claire Marks, and I have the pleasure of serving on the Providence Tarzana Foundation's Board of Governors and being chair of the Capital Campaign Committee. What a tremendous day this is in the history of Providence Cedars-Sinai Tarzana Medical Center, as we sign and see the last being erected on our new hospital. When our Tarzana Reimagined campaign is finally completed, we will have a state-of-the-art facility right here in our own backyard. We have much work to do over these next few years as we connect the community to this important effort, but I know we will be very successful. I want to thank all of you for your help in getting us to this important milestone, and I am sure that we are all looking forward to the future of world-class healthcare right here in our own valley. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, I'm Matt Rinnert. I'm the new Chief Philanthropy Officer here at Providence Cedars-Sinai Tarzana Medical Center. So Sharon and Nick had asked me to explain to you with about 100 slides the complicated welding process that we have behind us. So it started in 1890. No, I guess I won't go into that. It's an honor to be here with all of you today. On behalf of my team on the foundation, thank you so much for everything that you've done to get us to this spot. You know, one of the things that interested me in this position was the opportunity to work with an incredible group of people. So first and foremost, the leadership team here at the hospital is doing an absolutely incredible job. And our foundation team, I'm so proud of their effort in getting us here today. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had a town hall presentation by Dr. Patel, and this week we had a wonderful presentation by Dr. Nimi Kapoor on treating patients with breast cancer in a very holistic and caring way. Looking out at the new tower and the progress we're making every day, we are going to have a facility that matches the incredible care from our physicians, our nurses, and our caregivers. You know, some of you have heard me mention this over the last few months, and our beloved Dale Surowitz, who's here with us, mentioned it often. But one of the most important attributes of this project, of the Tarzana Reimagined campaign, is the focus on keeping care local. It's so important and impactful, and our project is going to help us meet that goal. So before Sharon pulls me off this microphone, let me thank each and every one of you for helping us get to this point. It's your commitment as foundation board members and donors that are building the excitement and the community connections to make this project successful. We have a lot of work to do in the coming months, but I have no doubt we're going to be successful together. Thank you so very, very much.
Hello, I'm Russell Triplett. I'm with Perkins and Will, and I'm the architect of record of this project. Thank you. I'm here with Jean Ma, who leads healthcare for Perkins and Will globally, and also led the planning of this project, among many other things. And Neil Baden with KPFF, and they'll come up to speak in just a second. What we have here today is a good old-fashioned barn raising, where the community would come together and build a barn, put up the structure for it, or a temple, or a church that benefits the community. And that's really what's going on here today. We have a few more people, and it's a little bigger, but it's essentially the same thing. It's about coming together as a community for the benefit of all. And for us as the designers, we start with conversations with everybody all the clinicians that spend hundreds of hours with us to develop this concept to bring modern care to this community. And that participation of the community that starts with them and carries through all the way to, as I said in my thank you, to the ironworkers literally welding the columns together. And it really takes the community working together to make this reality. This project will result in a building that will provide appropriate care for the next 50 plus years and will be ready for, well, unfortunately not this pandemic, but the next one. And there are things integrated into the project that will make it appropriate to provide that kind of care in the future.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Jean Ma, and as Russ said, I'm with Perkins and Will. And I have been the principal in charge of this project from the very beginning. So we are so excited today to be here with you for this milestone event. It was 5 years ago, pretty much to the day, that we started the master planning for this campus, and that is what led to the Reimagining project and the tower that you see behind you. It's been a journey to create the facilities that will be state-of-the-art to support the quality medical care that has already existed at Tarzana and will continue. The journey has been one to create an environment for patients and families
that would support healing with all private rooms, including in the emergency department, so we can preserve the dignity and privacy of each patient and their families. In addition, we wanted to design the new facility to be as efficient as possible to provide the most supportive environment for physicians, nurses, and staff. But in addition, given the demands of their work, and particularly as we've seen through the pandemic, we needed to provide them with places of respite and healing. So in addition to the beautiful building, we have a healing garden that will be open to all. So today, at this milestone event, at the topping out, we thank the leadership team for the project, who have been tireless in their work and have been highly collaborative design partners for us. In addition, we want to congratulate you all on this momentous opportunity and look forward to the next celebration, which will be the opening in 2023. I'd also like to thank my partner, Mark Tagawa, who couldn't be here today, but who is the actual designer for the building, and he sends his congratulations as well. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Neil Bain. I'm one of the structural engineers for this tower, and it's days like today that we're reminded how important resilient design is with the tragic events that unfolded in Turkey. And I'm proud to say that the building you see behind us today is a resilient structure. It's the best time to see it. And this is a culmination of effort by an entire design team, construction team, ownership team. And I'd just like to thank the ownership team with Providence and Cedars leading the way, the design team led by Perkins and Will, and obviously the contracting team led by McCarthy. I just want to say on behalf of all of KPFF, thank you for allowing us to be part of this project team. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Eric Chessmore, Vice President with McCarthy Building Companies. As a community builder, probably one of the greatest things that we get to do is continue to improve the communities in which we live in. And this job is another one like that, where we get to be a part of the communities that we live in. So many of the tradesmen that are working on this job, team members that we have on our projects, live here in the San Fernando Valley and get to know that they're coming to work every day to make a difference, not just for their friends, their family, but everyone in the San Fernando Valley. I'm going to share a couple of stats about the highlights of this building that you're looking at in the frame. In terms of steel, there is 2,400 tons of steel standing behind us, to which we're going to be putting that last piece of steel up and celebrating that today. With that goes along with 9,000 cubic yards of concrete. And while the schedule for this project is about 30 months and getting to the topping out brings us about a quarter of the way through it, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. Neil and his team started working on this project back in 2016. So getting to this day has really been a 4-year journey for many of the people working on this. It's just a momentous occasion, getting a chance to take time and celebrate the structure that we've got. Reaching this milestone is something that everybody on this team should be proud of. It's been a long road. We've got a little over 500,000 man-hours in place getting us to this point. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you again to Providence and Cedars-Sinai for letting us be part of this team and part of a project that we're proud of.
Okay, Foundation board members and donors, the time has come to sign the beam. We have a box full of pens that you can sign with, and you'll take that home with you as a souvenir today. And let's sign the beam.
So Walt Disney once said, "You can design and create and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it takes people to make the dream a reality." The concept of Tarzana Reimagined was developed years ago. At that time, it was just a dream to build a state-of-the-art facility for the West Valley. As the concept was modified and sharpened, Cedars-Sinai joined in the dream, and the dream morphed into building a state-of-the-art medical facility. It morphed from building a state-of-the-art medical facility to creating one of the preeminent medical centers in the valley. Today, we reach a milestone, the topping off of the steel. The tradition in the Netherlands and Flanders includes hanging a national, regional, or city flag once the highest point of the building is reached. It stays in place until the building's owner provides free beer to the workers, after which it is lowered. It is considered greedy if it remains flown for more than a few days. Now, I'm sure my 15-year-old daughter thinks the free beer is going to be a really great thing, but we have apple juice instead. While we celebrate this milestone, the topping off of this state-of-the-art facility, where world-class care will soon be provided, I want to acknowledge all of you. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for ensuring this community will have a place to receive highly reliable, compassionate care for years to come. And thank you for making this dream become a reality. So now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Priselac, CEO of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Tom?
Thank you, Bernie, and good afternoon, everyone. I'll take some of that beer. It really is a pleasure to be with you all today, and it seems like just yesterday that we were together for the first step in this process. And I shared with a few others that in the COVID environment, the meetings that we would typically have here in person have all been virtual, as you might imagine. So it's been a few months since I've been out here. And if they ever need a reminder of how the incredible construction process and the incredible construction team that's working on this, to come back here, I leave and there's a hole in the ground, and I come back and we have this. And it's just a magnificent testimony to them. I particularly am glad to have the chance to be with you again today, because it's another opportunity to just thank those of you in the donor community and the people in the community who are so incredibly supportive of the organization. At Cedars-Sinai, we have long recognized the value of connection to the community. It obviously has its tangible connection in the incredible philanthropic support that you've provided to this organization over the years. But I'm sure, like me, you also know the intrinsic value of the relationship that develops between a community of people and their hospital. And I just want to say on behalf of Cedars-Sinai, it's been a terrific opportunity. We're privileged to be a part of it, privileged to have the opportunity to be a part of the community in this way, and very much looking forward to the completion of the facility in short order and to be able to celebrate that next milestone. So thank you all very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nick Limberopoulos. I just wanted to welcome all our core leaders to this event. And it's really fitting having the structure and the topping out party here, because the leaders, our core leaders, all our department leaders, they're really the foundation of our hospital, and you can see the foundation right behind us. So it's really fitting for you all to be here. Welcome. This is such a great event to see everyone. Thank you so much for going through the supporting this. Understanding that you had so much to deal with your employees, with the noise, and you've just been great. So thank you so much for all your support through this process. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric Chessmore, Vice President with McCarthy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the significance of topping out. There are a handful of really special days in building a project like this. The groundbreaking, where you get to begin doing all the work and begin the journey. Obviously the ribbon cutting, the celebration at the end, and the completion of the project. But the topping out is what we're here for today, is also a really special event. You know, it's at this point that we really get to see literally the structure of the building, but it's more than just the structure, it's a vision of what's to come. It's our first glimpse of the potential of this building and the amount of hard work that's gone into it. You know, it's literally the framework to which everything that will become a state-of-the-art medical facility attaches to. You know, getting it to this point requires a lot of people. Obviously, there's the tradesmen that have done all the work to put this thing in place. But it really begins with the leadership that provides the vision, the designers that give it the shape and the form. All of our pre-construction efforts, this building has actually been built virtually over the last few years. All of the steel, all of the components from the mechanical systems, the plumbing systems, the exterior skin, helping make sure that we got the right fit and alignment so that as the final structure goes up, it's done so in a way that it'll be quick, it'll be efficient, and it'll be safe. So again, just wanted to thank Cedars and Providence for having us out here and letting us be part of this celebration. Thank you.
So today is a really exciting day. Today, we reach a milestone with the placing of the final steel beam on the top of the structure. Today, we celebrate the next step in creating one of the preeminent places to receive healthcare in the Valley. We often refer to a hospital as a house. We'll see each other and we'll say, well, I'll see you back at the house. Because we live a significant portion of our lives in the hospital. But a house is not a home until we put love into it. By signing this final beam, I believe we are putting a personal touch on this structure. In fact, I'll even go as far to say as we are putting some love into this house in preparation for its becoming our home. So thank you all for celebrating with us today. I invite you now to step forward and sign the beam. There is a basket right here, and inside the basket are some markers, so please take a marker, and then you keep that as a memento. So please come and sign the beam.
Everyone. At this time, we would like to ask Sean to come to the mic and do the blessing of the beam.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we're gathered here now for a moment to pause for a sacred moment of reflection and a moment to bless this beam that will be topped off on our new hospital very soon. Today we gather for a topping out celebration. The putting of the last beam or final roofing piece on a building is an important construction milestone. It turns out this construction practice and celebration has ancient roots. There is evidence to suggest that in ancient Egypt, they used a living tree to top off the building once the shell was complete. Another story tells the days when the community came up to help a farmer build a new house or barn. The community would contribute their labor until the bridge pole, the highest horizontal beam, was placed. At that point, the farmer would have a party for all his friends, and an evergreen was placed on the highest point for good luck. There are many similar stories throughout history and cultures that mark this important milestone in a building project. So today, we gather with our friends and the community in a likewise manner. We are here to celebrate this important milestone, and we give thanks to God. We give thanks to God for the generosity of so many that have been part of this project. It was just 8 months ago, February 10th, that we gathered with many of you to celebrate the groundbreaking ceremony. This event celebrated another important milestone and kickoff for this construction project. Now, rising from the ground right behind me, we see this structure coming into place. And like our ancestors of old, we come together to celebrate and bless this beam, celebrating and marking this important milestone. Now in this caregiving community, I ask you to join me as we envision together our caregivers, members of our community, our benefactors, our partners from Cedars-Sinai, and our heritage, the Sisters of Providence and the Sisters of St. Joseph of Orange, and the small community of physicians that envisioned this healthcare community over 45 years ago. All of us assembled here at Providence Cedars-Sinai Tarzana Medical Center to bless this beam before it's placed. I can see all of us and those from our past standing together now with hope in their hearts, praying for and envisioning the possibilities to come. Our caregiving community, along with the community in need, has taken a risk, letting go of the familiar and daring to dream. This dream has led us here today to this building of this new medical center and to this topping off celebration. As we stand together here today, remembering all those who will come to us for care in the future, for generations to come, especially those who are underserved, those who are poor and vulnerable, may we commit ourselves to always act with compassion and promote wellness for all who come to this sacred place of healing. By our service, may we always strive to transform hurt into hope and promote health in mind, body, and spirit. So now I would like to invite Chaplains Mark Tomedy and Marianne Pickard to bless the beam.
Thank you. Traditionally, the ceremony of topping out has been an opportunity for communities to celebrate the progress made in new construction projects. So today, oh God, we thank you for being present during this important milestone of the Reimagined journey. For as Psalm 127 reminds us, unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. We also thank you, O God, for our construction workers and all of the teams involved in this project. We ask for your continued guidance and protection as they move forward into the next phase of work on this journey together.
Today we come together with much excitement to bless the placing of the final beam on the new patient tower. May this sign beam be a beautiful blessing, woven into the core structure, serving as a lasting tribute to the people who give purpose and meaning to the mission of Providence Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. We ask, O God, that this frame provide a solid foundation upon which patients will come to receive care for many generations. And we also ask your blessing upon our present and future caregivers who will come to utilize this new space, easing the way for all. Amen.
So the beam will be raised to its final location at 2 o'clock. That way all the staff have been informed that at 2 o'clock they can live stream and actually watch it. So we have to wait until 2. Sorry. If those who don't know, there's metal strips that were placed on the beam. Those are all signatures from the staff throughout the last couple of weeks for them signing so they could participate in this occasion. So we're back at 2. Okay, everyone, it is now time to lift the beam to its final location on the new patient tower. We want to thank everyone for coming. We want to give a special thanks to everyone from Providence, from Cedars, the McCarthy team and their subs. And a special thank you to Joe Heaps and his team for putting on all the videos and the drone and making this all happen. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on the milestone of the topping out for Tarzana Medical Center. McCarthy Building Companies wants to thank Providence Health, Cedars-Sinai, and all of our partners that have been involved to date.
I want to start by thanking our caregivers for enduring this very, very challenging time as we reconstruct and build out our beautiful new facility. But I also need to take a second to thank Dale Surowitz. Dale used to ride by this hospital on his bicycle as a child before the hospital was even there. He was an amazing chief executive before he retired and moved on to his new next journey in life. How thankful we are to you, Dale, for all that you did and all that you have done to help us get to this point in time. Thanks to all the leadership and all our caregivers.
I'd like to thank everybody who's worked on this project, from our owners, our designers, and our builders. It's been a great thing to be part of.
We are thankful to all those who have made this process a reality, including Del Surowitz, our hospital administration, and our partners at Providence and Cedars-Sinai.
I want to give a special thanks to Dale Surowitz for his leadership and commitment to this project and his vision, and to Scott Brewster for being my mentor for so many years.
So I would just like to say thank you to the hundreds of tradesmen that have helped make it possible to get to where we are. You guys have executed this job in a professional manner. You've done so safely and really represented both McCarthy and Providence well. Thank you again for all your hard work.
Let me first offer my thanks and congratulations to the construction team. Great job, well done. And to the Providence management team, who has figured out how to put all of this together in a very challenging situation.
All projects are a collective, collaborative issue, and I want to thank everybody from the top down, starting with sales, estimating, all the way through project management, production, all the way culminating with our guys in the field. They're the face of the company, and they do outstanding work. They show up every day, work safely, and obviously create something beautiful in the end. I also want to thank the design team, McCarthy, and everybody else involved that helped coordinate and make this happen. Thank you.
As an architect, I've been involved with this project from the very beginning. And it starts out as an abstract idea and it becomes reality. That reality is now the topping off. And I want to thank everyone who's made that idea into reality, from the designers to the contractors, all the way down to the steel workers, you know, putting that last weld on and putting that last beam in place. Thank you very much to everyone, and congratulations on a job well done.
I really want to give thanks to the hospital leadership and staff here. They've been a wonderful support to the project. Sharon Gross and Nick Limberopoulos, Dale Surowitz, the former CEO of the project, they've all been tremendously inspiring and very supportive of the whole process here. So thanks so much.
I want to thank KPFF's design engineers, project managers, and project modelers. You guys did a really awesome job bringing this project to life, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you to McCarthy, and thank you to all the iron workers for all the hard work on the project.
Finally, I want to thank our Southern California Providence leadership, of course, our Cedars-Sinai partners, and finally, the community.